It's Friday night, I'm in my apartment in London and I am ready for a cozy weekend. It is January, it is freezing, and I have done my first full week back at work after like the really quiet Christmas period. So I am ready for a bookish, relaxing weekend. I have a few plans already definitely scheduled in. I've got Reformer Pilates, I've got my friends leaving drinks on Saturday evening, and then Tom and I are taking Lola to a dog-friendly showing in the cinema at Picture House of the Mufasa movie. I have always wanted to take Lola to one of those dog-friendly cinema viewings and I have never been able to do it before, so I'm so excited to tick that one off of the London bucket list. But also I am hoping to fit in some book shopping. I also want to go to this cafe that's just opened around the corner because this cafe chain is mentioned in the Magnolia Parks book series, so I want to go check out my local one and then also maybe do some book shopping in my local bookshop as well and see what's changed since I was away basically the whole month of December. I'm also hoping to edit some of my work in progress of my fiction novel and also just do some reading. I'm back on the Zodiac Academy hype. I'm reading the third book in the series and I just want to spend some time in my bookish feels in my apartment in London. We have been facing like 0-degree weather, so this is the perfect weekend to do nothing, recover from how stressful my week back at work was, and just enjoy myself as much as possible in my pure book aesthetic book girl era. Secondhand embarrassment, even though it's really quiet. I got this new microphone for Christmas and we're seeing if it's any good, and we're in my local bookstore and we've just grabbed coffee and I'm about to go to Pilates. So it's Saturday evening and my day was so unexpected. So my friend messaged me in the morning and she told me that she was supposed to go to this like painting and Prosecco event and lunch with one of her friends, but then her friend got sick and so she couldn't go. So my friend messaged me and was like, do you want to come? And I was originally going to say no so that I could read and write, but then I thought, let's live in the moment. It's been on my bucket list for ages to do one of those painting days in London with one of your girlfriends. So I'm so glad I went. So I started the day doing a bit of editing on YouTube. I didn't do any writing, and then I went and got coffee at the newly opened coffee shop. It's so much bigger than the one in Covent Garden that is the one that's actually mentioned in the Magnolia Parks series. There's so much more seating and so I actually preferred this one. So if you do want to check out somewhere or like a coffee chain that is mentioned in the Magnolia Park series, definitely go to Percentage Arabica in Battersea because so big, really nice, and like right in the Power Station shopping centre, so it was a really great location. And then there's a bookshop around the corner which I went to today. Just love being in that bookshop. I think it's really nice, and it was really quiet this morning, I guess because it's January and people don't want to be out and about shopping and spending money because everyone like me is broke. And then I went to Pilates. That was so nice. It was a recovery class. It was really nice to just stretch and chill, and then it was right around the corner from lunch with my friend and then this painting class. So I'm very proud of my painting. I thought it was actually quite stressful at the start, but then in the end I really got into it and I felt really chill. It was nice just to literally switch off for 2 hours and do some painting. And now I've come back, we're going to go to these drinks. Both Tom and I are doing dry Jan, so hopefully we only stay at these leaving drinks for like a couple of hours, come back, and then I can read a bit more of The Reckoning. I've been reading it on the tube throughout the day and I'm loving it. But yeah, if you want to read it, I definitely recommend it. Get it on Kindle Unlimited. It's such an easy read. I'm really enjoying it and it's so easy to like pick up and read when I'm commuting in and around London. So yeah, let's go to these drinks. And then tomorrow is the Picture House cinema, and then I'll probably check in at some point after that because I'll be doing more bookish things tomorrow evening. I don't know what's happened, but Sunday has literally just got away with me. It has gone 8 p.m. We started the morning really early, so like drinks last night because Tom's best friend is moving to Australia. So even though we were like, let's leave early, Tom didn't want to go, which is like totally understandable. And honestly, I didn't even notice the time either. It was so fun. So we ended up getting home at like 11, and then we ordered Chipotle, and then we didn't go to sleep until about midnight, but we had to get up early today. You can hear Lola because I'm about to talk about her. We had to get up early today to go to the dog friendly cinema viewing because it was like half an hour drive, and the cinema opened at like 10. So we got there a little bit earlier to get breakfast and stuff as well. It was so good. Lola loved it. I loved that we went to see Mufasa because obviously there's loads of like wildlife on the screen. So she was like fully watching it, was so invested. It was really cute. And then she had a little bit of a nap at the end. When it got really tense and when there was loads of drama happening, she just fell straight to sleep. There were so many dogs there. It was so cool. And I'm so glad I ticked it off of my London bucket list. And then I just basically, by the time we got back, it was about 2 o'clock. And then we had lunch here. Then I went for a walk with my friend. It was so cold. It was like -4. And then we've come back. I've done like a bit of writing. I haven't done any reading yet today. I'm hoping because it's only 8 o'clock tonight, I will be doing some reading. But we were binge watching Black Dove on Netflix, and it's a bit of a thrillery thing. So we're going to watch the bold type just so that I've got something that's not like gruesome thriller stuff on the telly. And then I'm going to carry on reading The Reckoning, which is the 3rd book in the Zodiac Academy. But I did get to edit like a tiny bit today, but yeah, I didn't really do much writing or editing this weekend. And I know that like some weekends I'll be quieter, so I can. And so I'm not going to be too hard on myself. I've managed to like weave editing my book into the week because I'm on the editing side now. Normally when I write, I need to have free weekends to like sit and write loads because you've got to be more creative. That takes a bit longer. Whereas editing a chapter, you can just pick up and drop and it's pretty easy. And then as I get more towards like the final stages of editing, I'll want to read the whole thing as much start to finish as I can, because then you pick up stuff. If you've like repeated words in one chapter, you'll notice it. Whereas if you constantly pick it up and drop it, you won't notice if you've repeated like phrases and words and stuff. So yeah, not as bookish as I thought, but I also didn't get to spend my Waterstones voucher. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I got one for my birthday and I want to get some books, but I am going to go to Waterstones for a book event at some point at the end of January. So I'm sure at some point I'll decide what I want to spend it on, but I have no idea yet. So yeah, this was such a nice weekend in London. Like my favorite weekends are the most wholesome ones. So hopefully that gave you some good insight into like one of my favorite weekends, because this has definitely been a top weekend in London, even though I didn't write or read as much as possible. But sometimes you've got to drop it in order to kind of like live in the moment and be social. And yeah, it was nice to just spend more time with my friends and Tom now that he's back from traveling. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.